The two sessions, China's two biggest meetings on its political calendar, are underway in Beijing. On Wednesday, CPPCC National Committee members held group meetings to review the draft amendment to the CPPCC Charter, discuss the plan on the reform of state council institutions, and review the work reports of the Supreme People's Court and the Supreme People's Procuratorate. NPC deputies held group meetings to review the NPC Standing Committee's work report. They reviewed the draft decision to amend the legislative law. They also reviewed the plan to reform state council institutions, the draft methods for electing and deciding on appointments at the 14th NPC, as well as the selection of scrutineers. And here's CGTN's reporter Sun Ye to elaborate on the plan's implementation and how those areas would change.
All for the goal of optimizing institutions, and it starts with the Ministry of Science and Technology. The plan says this ministry would restructure to better allocate resources for key technologies and self-reliance in science and technology. And its way of working would rely even more on the new system of mobilizing the nation for technological breakthroughs. And the plan says China will set up a new National Financial Regulatory Administration. It incorporates functions for the existing China Banking and Insurance Regulatory Commission and takes on some functions from the PBOC and Securities Regulatory Commission. The local financial regulatory mechanism would also deepen. Meanwhile, the Securities Regulatory Agency would become a government agency rather than a public institution, and it will be directly underneath the State Council. Now, the plan we talked about also says China would establish a national data bureau. This new bureau would be administered by the National Development and Reform Commission, and it will be responsible for the use of data resources, the building of a digital China, digital economy, and a digital society. There are also other proposed improvements for rural areas, intellectual property rights, for staff management, and for the country's elderly care work mechanism, which comes as China enters an aging society.